Snow and Lambeau, Coach. Something about that combo that just works, like peanut butter and jelly. And we've got half a foot of the white stuff and still coming down here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
42, Lions 42. Bring it.
On 1st down, James. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play. Second down.
He was brought down by Blake Martinez. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Haywood.
Darnold now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects? Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Gator. Joker. 22 Jet Bombers. 22 Jet Bombers.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Set 50, plant.
Keep it up.
Watch switch. Topper.
Check.
Now.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And this one is right through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
43
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go. 90 Wolf. 6'6", bullet high. Let's go.
Going on the ground with Homer. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check, check. Frag no, frag no, frag no.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop.
Get that quarterback and off.
Get it.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Equanimous St. Brown, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 1st down, Darnold. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers' 29-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Tackle.
Bravo.
The first carry for a former member of the Fighting Irish, Dexter Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. After 1, it's 9-0.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
He don't know no better.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Let's get the ball.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Go.
They'll run this with Homer. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Let's go, D.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
3rd down.
Ready? 18 Gator.
59. I got it.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. I'm on. Mike 59. Mike 59.
They'll drop the throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. A first down throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Johnson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Back to throw, Darnold. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Darnold completes it. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
What's tight? Tight is right.
They'll run it with Johnson. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Under 10. And 80. 10. SOS. He's checking. Crash.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the ground, this is Johnson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Go!
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Tight dog.
Check the backer.
On 3rd down, it's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
You ain't going nowhere. 51's Mike. Mike 51.
Hey, exit.
All day. I'm coming after you. Defense.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, 40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Mike 40. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Check. 40's Mike. 40's the ball.
Yep.
Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? 40's Mike.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. final shot before the break. Darnold going deep here for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go now.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 40, Mike. He's coming. He's coming. Hey, Charlie. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40, Mike 40. You get blocked.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Give him 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
At the 21-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw is Darnold. And this is caught. It's Parker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Just watch 88. Man left, man left. Watch the ship. Man, 80. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 3. Check 3.
3rd and long. It's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Josh Jackson. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
X3, 218, chopper.
2nd and 10. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. This is Homer. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the pass. Shoot! Ready?
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now, standing just outside his own goal line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
60 Pittsburgh, now!
57.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll have a 1st down past the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Keep playing hard,
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's get
At the 38-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Leo!
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 9 now. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And it's going to be another first down as he'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
13 yards, first down, Packers. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Who draw Porkers? Hey, orbit. Look, squeeze.
Sponge. No. 40's Mike.
They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
You go tight. Hey, lady. You got tight.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Zadarius Smith in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Here's Darnold. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Watch the curl,
And here we go on fourth. Darnold, he's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Darnold now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. He finds his man Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Exit. Check. Check, lady. Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Darnold. And that's incomplete.
Darnold's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. This is caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score.
Let's go. Go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the run.
Hey, box drop.
On 4th down, Darnold. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score.
The score, Packers 18, Lions 10.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Go.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep for Hopkins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, You've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
High 7. 40, Mike 40. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Looking to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They go to Johnson again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check 13. Check 13. Undercross.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Just like that. We're going to sign. 42. Hey, let's get in that hole. Ready? 42, come on.
Darnold now to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. I got him.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One last throw now for Darnold. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for Green Bay, the win will be number 11 for them on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Detroit, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next